everyone. My name is Benedict. This is my podcast where I talk about knitting and sometimes crochet. I live in the north of Paris in France with my husband, partner, best friend, and our two daughters, teenagers. I knit for them sometimes, so I'll talk about knitting for teenagers today. We are entering into springtime, at least for today, in the north of Paris, so the light is going to move and change, so sorry about that. It's raining tomorrow, so I'd rather have too much light in the living room than too little. Okay, French is not my first language, as you can hear. So this is going to be a short episode because I'm still knitting on what I was knitting last month, but I have a finished object. I'm ready to go to the gym today, so I'm wearing like sportwear and the cardigan. This is the Badana Cardigan from or by, I never know, Rosa Pomar. I talked about this cardigan in all my previous podcasts, but I feel like everybody wants to knit cardigan. This one is a good option. I don't see people knitting it, and I think it's a shame because it's a very good option. I knitted mine in fil d'art randonnée in the colorway Brume, which is like a tweedy yarn. First, I wanted to knit a cardigan from Andrea Maury, but I thought I was not in the right mind to knit that. It was too complicated. So the Rosa Pomar cardigan, I'm going to give you a few details about it if you want to knit it. Okay, so just a second, I'm looking at my notes. Yeah, I wanted to knit the winter cardigan by Andrea Maury, but then I give up. Maybe I'll knit it at some point, but I need some space. I need to be in another time in my life to knit that because I'm already knitting a sweater where I have to think, so I needed an easier knit. I don't know why I make it so complicated. So I knitted this one in needle size US 10 or 6.6 millimeters needle, and I knitted size 3. It's an oversized cardigan. I'm going to try to stand up. So it goes below my bum. It's perfect for to add another layer when you work remotely, like me. And it was a perfect, for me, it was the perfect yarn combination and project because I had this yarn in my stash. I bought it during the first confinement, and I had like I think 11 balls of it, and I'm going to show you what I have left. This is in my head, it's working, and then in reality it's not, because this is my life. This is me being clumsy and disabled. Okay, so I have this left. So I'm very happy to have 11 balls. I don't have 11 balls in my stash, and I have a very nice cardigan because I bought 10, 18, I bought 20 balls of yarn last week. It's still on the way, so I have to find where I'm going to stash it, because I'm I'm cheating a bit. I'm putting yarn in spaces in my house so that my family can't realize how much yarn I actually have and I actually buy. I don't know how I'm going to manage to hide so much yarn. But well, that's another conversation. So I'm very happy about this project. I did knit through the back loop purl one for all the ribbing. I didn't put buttons. I don't think I'm going to put buttons because I'm normally I wear it open, and now we are entering into spring, but during the winter I'm always cold, so I'm the type of person who is wearing a sweater and a cardigan. So that's how I've been wearing it. So I don't need to close it. I think with another sweater below I wouldn't be able to close the cardigan anyway. This pattern comes from Liner magazine. You know how sometimes you buy a magazine and then you don't need as much pattern as you could because something else, something new comes into your life through Instagram or Ravelry, and then you forget. But I've been trying to not to do that. So I bought this magazine. It's winter it's from winter 2023, and I intend to knit more pattern from this book, from this magazine. So this is the Badana, the one that I have wearing. But I want to knit a pair of socks. I want to knit another sweater from this magazine, but I don't have the yarn, and I'm not going to buy this yarn for this project now. I'm not saying I'm not going to buy yarn, because I never do that. I always buy yarn. So I'm going to try to not knit all the shiny and new things, and knit through my stash and through my pattern. It's not going to be easy, but I'm trying. Something else that is on my needle is the half and half triangle wrap, and I think I'm late. Everybody has knitted the half and half, and I have like 5 and 6 or whatever. I watch the edible podcast, I think, where the woman, I can't remember her name, she had like 5 or 6 half and half, and I'm still knitting mine. I understand the trend. I love my half and half. So this is my bag of Perso yarn. Where is my knit? It's here. I'm considering buying another pair of needles so that I could always have a half and half on my needle at that point. So I'm knitting this one. I can't remember the color right now. Let's see if you can see it from. So I'm doing the striped version. So in the striped version, you add a third color from this part, and then on the other half of the shawl you stripe the colors. I'm still not sure of the third color because first I added this one with the pink. It was too much, so I unraveled and used a darker pink. I think I'm going to do it in all the shades of pinks. I don't know if you can say that. So I'm considering adding, I think this is poppy? No, it's not poppy. It's not. I'm not going to remember all the colors. I have some of the label, but rosewood pink, no, it's not this one. So no, I'm not going to be a good podcaster. I'm going to write, to put it down the description box below, and you'll see. So I really love the half and half. It's a pleasure to knit. The yarn is exquisite. And it's lovely and it's painful at the same time because it comes from the United States, and I don't want to buy yarn that comes from so far. So, but I think that the good option would be to use Ost super soft yarn and have a huge bag of it. So yeah, this one is for my mom because she came over to visit us last weekend, and I knit in the living room, and she saw it and she said, I want it, I love it, so it's for her. I'm a good girl. So I'll enjoy knitting it and I'll watch it and then I'll give it to my mom. But I bought more yarn, so I'm considering, I think I have enough to make a second one, and I'm considering knitting the next one with something like that. I took a picture so that I can remember the yarn combination. Yes, I love the half and half. So I bought the pattern from Stephen West, the Vertices Unite Shawl, but I think I'm going to use the yarn to just knit more half and half, I'm afraid. But I mean, this one is for my mom. I have yarn to make one for me, and then I have yarn to make one for my colleague. So maybe I'll be fed up with half and half. I don't know. This is my leisure time. I can change my mind. Everything I say here, it's not, so I will not necessarily follow what I'm saying here, but that's my mood now. Yeah, so there will be more half and half. What else? Another pattern from the Liner magazine. Okay, this is not going to be easy to show. I've been knitting this for quite a while now, so you probably, maybe if you watch my podcast, I don't know, because I have very little viewer, but this is the sweater. Let me take a bit of time to show you more detail. So there is like lace pattern on the sleeves. A long collar and stockinette in the front and in the back. The lace starts at the neck and goes down to the ribbing, really, in the sleeves. And below the arm you have like a 2x2 ribbing pattern. And I think there is a split hem at the bottom. It's knitted in wool dreamer. The colorway is a number, I think it's 718G. It's it's green, between blue and green with speckle, dark speckle. It's not, no, I wouldn't say there are speckles, but it's a bit, it's not, how can I describe the color? There are shades of gray in it. Yeah, that's how I would say. Okay, so I was listening to the podcast again. I can't remember the name. I'll put it in the screen. Of the Edible Thought Podcast or Edible Podcast, Edible Knitting Podcast. I can't remember. And she was explaining how she would knit 2 sleeves at the same time, and I thought, okay, this is very clever. Sometimes it's so easy, but you can't think about that. So I'm using one needle, one short needle, and one long needle on both sides. So I'm knitting the 2 sleeves at the same time, and that way I'm sure that I am following the chart, the lace chart, at the same pace for both sleeves, and I won't have sleeves syndrome, like sock syndrome, because I will be done. It's a bit long because it's something that I have to do when my children are in bed and I'm not going to be interrupted, because I have to remember that I had knitted the left sleeve and then I have to do the right one, but the same line in the chart and not the next one. So I try not to stop. If I start one sleeve, I do the second one, and I can't answer the phone, cook, or read math or Latin or whatever. my daughter asked me for her homework. I'm a bit fed up now. I think I need to move on. I love the pattern. The pattern is great. I would need another one, but I'm a slow knitter, so I've been knitting this for, I can't remember, when did I start? When did I start? The 11th of November, 23 November, and we are in March today. So, I mean, it's not unreasonable to want to move on and knit something else. I'm not nearly done. I still have, I still have more sleeve to knit, and I stopped at the bottom, so it's not done, but I think next month it will be done. Because my plan was to knit dark colors now. I have this cone of yarn, woolly knit, mallard, and dark blue tilia that I wanted to knit last winter, but it was too dark and I couldn't see anything. So it's here so that I can remember that I want to knit that, but my husband asked me for a sweater. Both my daughters asked me for a sweater. So it's 3. And I've been knitting for me a lot, because this is mine. The sweater, the green sweater, is for me, and then the shawl was for me, but I'm giving it to my mom, so okay. So that's why I bought 20 balls of yarn, because we are moving on, though I'm not finished with what I'm knitting, to what I will knit very soon. My oldest daughter, she wants a black oversized sweater. So I bought 10 balls of black yarn. And then my other daughter, she wants the same sweater, fortunately in cream and green. So, but I bought 8 balls of cream and 2 balls of green for her sweater, because she wants stripes, but it's the same. So I think I'm going to knit for my 12-year-old, I think I'm going to knit size 16, and for my 10-year-old, I think I'm going to knit size 12, but I think maybe I should knit size 14, because she's growing up a lot. So the black sweater is going to be my priority, because my daughter never asked for a knitted garment, so I have to knit it before she changes her mind. And my husband, he wants his yellow sweater. He told me, will I have it for September? And I said no, but I should start. And I said that last month. that I would start, and I said that I would at least make a swatch, and I didn't do that because I have been knitting my half and half, which really is not a priority. Okay, so I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm a selfish knitter. I knit for others, but I can't force myself to knit something because I knit at night after a full day, full time working mom. So full day, it's a full working day and then a full after work having teenager children kind of day. And when I sit and I knit, I don't want to force myself. Sometimes I do, but very, very, very little. So if I feel that I have to finish something, I would think like, okay, I'm going to knit 2 rows of this, and then I knit what I want. So that's what I've been doing for my sweater. I didn't even say the name, but I'll write it down on the screen. So this month I have been knitting the sweater, the half and half, and this pair of socks for my husband. So it's the same pattern that I've been knitting so far. So it's a DRK everyday sock from Andrea Mauri that you start from the toe up. So I'm doing the increase for the gusset. But knitting a sock for a man, it takes time. So I've been knitting that too. I'm not complaining. But I have my Whitmoor cardigan here that I wanted to wear for spring. And I know now that I'm going to wear it next spring because I will not finish it because I haven't started it, really. I've done the ribbing. I'll show it to you. Okay, this is not easy. And when I see it, I love it. I love the colors. But I think that now I know myself as a knitter. I just have to acknowledge that when I knit something, it's usually that I will wear it next season. So I don't think I will be one of those podcasters who make podcast in March about what they will be knitting for spring, because for me it would be next year spring. So I'll talk more about the Whitmoor cardigan when I'll work on it, and I really don't know when. It's looking at me, and I really would like to knit it, but I'll finish the sew. I'm going to finish my sew sweater first. Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm a bit all over the place. What I need for my daughters, I'm going to knit a Marseille sweater from Petite Knit, because I bought this pattern 3 years ago. I did really well at buying the teenager version of it because now they are nearly taller than me, my daughters. I'm small, but they are taller than me. So I need to knit that before they overgrow everything. I have the pattern, the yarn is on the way, so I think that when I receive the yarn, I'll start knitting it. I'm thinking about knitting both at the same time, because or I knit for my older daughter, and I'll tell my other one that she already have knitted a sweater from her mom, so she will have hers later. I don't know. I'm on the verge of buying new knitting needle to have more project on the go, which is not a good idea. It's not realistic. My knitted basket is too small now, and I have knitted projects on my shelf in my living room, on the floor, on my chair, and I really shouldn't have more knitting needle, but I'm considering buying the liquor needles. Fortunately, I don't have the money right now to buy anything knitting related, because I booked the holiday for the summer holiday, and here in France this year, because in May we have a few days off. There is one full week where very little people will work, because we have 2 days off in a week, like I think Wednesday and Thursday. So really, I mean, the Friday is just, nobody's going to work on that Friday. So I mean, nobody who can not work will work. So normally we don't go on holiday at that time of the year, but so I booked a train ticket, and we are going in the, not the south, but we'll try to find sun and warm and swimming pool and bikes and children and picnics. So I booked that too, and now I don't have money to buy needle, especially the liquor needle. They are not affordable, but they are good needles. So we'll see next month. Okay, one last point. So I talked about what I'm wearing. I talked about my pair of socks for my husband. My sew sweater, my half and half. Okay, I have a problem, because I don't know what I did. I wrote that I was going to knit size 4 of this sweater. So I don't understand why I have so much yarn left, because I'm knitting both the sleeves at the same time. So I have 2 balls of yarn at the same time, but I have this left. I'm not done with the sleeve, and I'm not done with the body, but I have 3 more balls of yarn, so it's 750 something grams, and it's not enough to knit a full sweater for my size. So I've been considering options of what I could knit with that much yarn left in wool dreamers worsted, and I'm thinking that maybe I should buy 2 more balls to have enough and buy a knit a sweater. And I'm considering knitting the port sweater by Ozeta. But I don't know if I'll do it now or later. I'm a bit torn. I don't want to put the yarn back in stash because I have to, I have to knit the yarn that I have, and I have 2 balls of Gilead yarn lying around in my stash for years, so I would like to finish with the wool dreamer yarn and have 2 beautiful projects and be done with it. So I don't know what to do. If I need a wool dreamer sweater Ozeta, if I need the Ozeta sweater, port sweater, with 3 balls of yarn, or maybe 3.5, I could do it with a size, with a smaller size. I need the smallest size. Would my daughter wear this sweater? I'm not sure. I think that they might find the yarn a bit scratchy. Not because it's scratchy, but because their skin is sensitive to yarn, and so I don't want to knit a sweater that nobody is going to wear. I don't want to have the yarn lying around, and I'm not sure I want to buy 2 more balls of yarn to have a sweater quantity of yarn. So those ideas are in the air, and I haven't decided yet, because I'm not going to buy the yarn now because no money and too much yarn. So a lot of questions. It's not I still can't sleep at night. It's not that big of a deal, but I felt a bit silly when I realized that I had 3 balls of yarn upstairs in a bag. I bought too much yarn, or I didn't need the right size. I don't know what I did. It's true that it's a bit tight on me. We'll see. So I finished. Okay. I don't know what's going on. So it's going to be the end of the podcast. I'm going to check what's going on in my house because I'm supposed to be alone. So okay, bye.